Hey guys, what's going on? Here is an ETC here with Avengers Endgame predictions video. All of these things I'm about to say are all predictions. I have not looked at any spoilers. I don't know if any of these are true. These are my honest opinions on what I think is going to happen in Avengers Endgame. And so without further ado, let's dive into the video. Okay, so Loki, I believe, is still going to be dead. I don't think he's going to come back to life. I know people are saying, but he has a show on Disney Plus. Okay, well, Loki is, while he's not Asgardian, he is I believe he's from the Frost Giants. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here on Loki. He does have a TV show coming out on Disney Plus, but it could take place from any age that Loki is. It doesn't have to be Loki after Endgame, because it's Loki's journeys in the universe. So it could be Loki at any age. So I think Loki is going to stay dead. He will not come back to life in Avengers Endgame. I think that he is fully dead. The snap, I say obviously, I could be wrong. I believe the snap will be reversed. I don't think that everyone who's dead, half the universe will stay dead. I think that they will all come back to life. Somehow the snap will be reversed. I'm not sure how, but I do believe the snap's going to be reversed. Alright, so out of the original 6 Avengers, I only believe that 2 are going to actually die in this movie. Iron Man / Tony Stark is going to live. I don't think he's going to die in an Endgame. I know people are speculating because in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, Happy looks at Peter and says, "You're all alone, and your friends are in trouble." See, I don't think that has to do with... I don't think that's Tony being dead. Tony could be off planet somewhere. He could be helping Captain Marvel or something like that on a different planet, rebuilding. So I really don't think Tony's gonna die. Captain America, I believe, will die. I believe he will die in Avengers Endgame. Simply for the fact of he's been here since the very beginning. He's had a lot of really good movies. But I think they're ready to play the role with the Winter Soldier, taking up the mantle of Captain America. And what better inspiration for Bucky Barnes to be able to take up the mantle of Captain America than his best friend being murdered. So, Captain America will die, in my opinion. Black Widow will survive. I think it would be too obvious if they killed her off. I know she has a movie coming out, and I know nobody knows, is it a prequel? Is it going to be take place way back when, how she became a spy for S.H.I.E.L.D. or what? Or if it's going to be a current time. But I don't think they'll kill her off for the fact of she doesn't have powers. Everybody kind of jokes that she's at the training range, at the gun range in the trailers. So I just don't see them killing her off. For the fact of she kind of helps hold the team together. And I just think it'd be way too obvious if she were to be killed off. Hulk, I believe, will die. I believe Hulk's going to die in Avengers Endgame. I really, really do believe that. I know some people are really speculating whether that Bruce Banner is Bruce Banner or if it's Loki pretending to be Bruce Banner. I don't agree with that theory at all. Because just for the fact of, if he never turned into Hulk, I would have been like, okay, he's Loki. But half of his face does turn into the Hulk. And no one else is around, so I wouldn't see Loki going to that, having to try that hard. I don't see that happening. I could be wrong, but I really don't think that Loki is pretending to be Bruce Banner. And I believe that Hulk is going to die. Just for the fact of, it would be super shocking, just like how it was in Infinity War, when opening scene Hulk was beating up Thanos, and then Thanos kicked the crap out of him. I think it would just be really, really shocking to, kind of how that was, to kill off the Hulk. And I think it would be kind of great motivation for the team. Now, I could see them not killing off Hulk and sending him back into the Thor world for another Thor movie. Speaking of Thor, I believe he will survive. I don't think they're going to kill him off. I would be really surprised if they did, because you kind of see some chemistry going on between Thor and Captain Marvel, and I think that would be really interesting, a path to go down. But I know Thor and Valkyrie too, like, fully get that. But I don't think he's gonna die. He's the king of Asgard now. Half of Asgard is safe. Valkyrie took them away to a safe location away from Thanos, and were able to escape. So I don't think he's gonna die. Hawkeye, I think, will survive as well. Just, they're doing character development on him. They're really pouring into his character in this movie compared to previous movies. They're turning him into Ronin, and he's got the hood and the sword and all this, and he's getting some real character development. I'm so excited he's finally getting this, because he's been in both Avengers movies, but other than Age of Ultron, where we got to meet his family, he doesn't get a lot of character development. And it looks like he's going to get that in this movie. So I think they're going to keep him alive and kind of work with that character development more. I just couldn't see them killing him off. Let's see here. A question I wrote was, who will wield the Infinity Gauntlet? So they get the stones and they form a gauntlet, or if they take the gauntlet from Thanos, even though it's destroyed. I would have to say, a lot of people are saying Nebula's gonna have the stones. That would surprise me if Nebula got the Infinity Gauntlet. I know it's in the comics that Nebula does, and a lot of people have been joking about it, but in my opinion, and I mean, this is my opinion, obviously I'm a huge Tony Stark fan, but I think that Iron Man's going to wield the Infinity Gauntlet just for the fact of, he watched his son, quote unquote, Peter Parker, die, and he'll do anything to bring him back, because he feels responsible. So I think Tony's going to wield the Infinity Gauntlet. Let's see here. Time travel. Will there be time travel? A lot of people have been speculating time travel in this movie. Do I think they will go that route? See, this one I'm not sure about. It would be really cool if they did go down the time travel route. And a lot of that is why you see in Infinity War, at least in my opinion, that they look so different than they usually do. Black Widow with the white hair, Captain America with the beard, just changing character appearance. Iron Man with this instead of the normal arc reactor, just to change it up so that if they were to go back in time to the original Avengers time era, and while the Battle of New York is going on, they go try to defeat Thanos then, so that they don't have to later, would be something very interesting that they would do. But do I believe that they are going to do that? I'm honestly not sure. They could go either route with this, but that's something I'm not really sure about. If just looking at it, I would say no, that they're not going to, for the fact of that would change the timeline, and they've got 21 movies that would be, like, half of them would be affected by Thanos not coming to Earth. And I mean, not fully. Thor Ragnarok, the ending wouldn't be real. Guardians of the Galaxy, there'd be a lot of different things in this, in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. So, I don't think that they're going to do time travel, just for the fact of, these movies are set in stone. They're not going to go do Guardians of the Galaxy again and call it, like, after Thanos or something like that, I just couldn't see them doing that. Who will we see in Endgame that would not be in Infinity War? So, obviously, we see Hawkeye, Captain Marvel. Valkyrie is one that we'll be seeing. She got a poster confirming that she was alive. So Valkyrie will clearly come try to help Thor. Other than that, I don't think there will be anyone else. Korg could come. Be pretty cool for Korg and Mick to show up. But I don't think they will. This movie's gonna... this movie's gonna be pretty dark in my opinion. It's gonna be pretty sad, pretty rough. And I don't think that bringing Korg and Mick into this a good idea. They're just super uplifting, happy characters all the time. Now, a lot of people have speculated Hugh Jackman. Will he be in Avengers Endgame? And I say no, he will not. He will not be in Avengers Endgame. Would I like to see him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Yes, I'd love to see Wolverine in the X-Men. But for the fact of the Fox-Disney merger did not go through till way after filming was done. And so if they were going to have Hugh Jackman play a huge part, they would have already had to have the rights to him. You know, this isn't something that they could have wrote in, had Hugh Jackman act, and if the Disney Fox merger did not go through, it would not be usable. So, I don't think that Hugh Jackman is going to be in Avengers Endgame. Will he eventually be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Yes. Hands down. No debating that. He will be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe eventually. They're going to introduce all the X-Men. I think Hugh Jackman will come back. Surprise hero. People are asking if there's going to be a surprise hero in Avengers Endgame that we haven't seen before. In my opinion, no. I don't think there's going to be. There's already so many plot points that they've got to cover, so many heroes they got to bring back to life, so many heroes that they have to introduce. I mean, they're already introducing Captain Marvel to the Avengers team in this movie for the first time. And so I don't think that they're going to. No, my answer is no to that. But if they did, my superhero answer would be Nova. For the fact of, and I could be wrong, but Nova, I believe that Nova's backstory is him, like, becoming this person after Thanos destroyed the planet, getting the Infinity Stone. And we know that Xandar was destroyed where the Nova Corps are. Because Thor says it in Avengers Infinity War, because they say that Thanos got one of the stones last week when he decimated Xandar. So, if one were to come, I would say Nova. But I do not believe a new hero is going to show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in this movie. A lot of people have been speculating that how Thanos will die. Will he be killed? Will he reverse the snap himself? Or are they going to be willing to convince him to reverse the snap? Or is he just going to be defeated and become like a prisoner? So Thor is out for blood. Thor said this from the very beginning of Infinity War, that Thanos will die for what he did. He says that at the end of Infinity War 2, that he would die for this. Captain America and Tony both want to avenge the fallen. Both of the people they really connect with have been killed. So they want to fight back. They want to get... Tony wants Peter Parker back. Cap wants Bucky Barnes back so bad. So, while I will say Captain America doesn't kill, I would say that Thanos is going to be killed. I don't think they'll convince him to reverse the snap. I think that he will be killed. If not by Thor, then maybe by Tony or Nebula. I could see Nebula. Or Star-Lord, to be honest. Going back to heroes we'll see in Endgame, Wong, I think, will show up. I think Wong will be there. Just a thought. Something a lot of people have speculated is S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back into the spotlight. I don't think that's going to happen in this movie. For the fact of, now if you haven't finished Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5, then you need to click off this video, because we're going to talk to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5 just a little bit. Phil Coulson's now dead. Mac is in charge. I don't think that they will be in Avengers Endgame. A lot of people expected Coulson and Quake to show up in Infinity War. At least I was hoping, at least for a cameo from Coulson and maybe Quake somewhere, you know? They talk about Thanos all in Infinity War and Agents of Shield season 5, especially at the ending. They really, really play the Thanos card a lot, which I thought they did great. But Shield is coming out of the shadows back into the spotlight for, I think, like their third time now. But I don't think it's time yet. For the fact Coulson's dead, that's their only in with the Avengers, is Phil Coulson. The Avengers don't know any of these other people. They don't know Fitzsimmons, Mac, Daisy, May. I believe that some of the stones, the Infinity Stones, will be destroyed while others will be dispersed. So, like, for example, I think the Time Stone's going to go back to Doctor Strange. I think the Reality Stone will be destroyed. The only other stone that I think will be given back is the Soul Stone. I think it'll go back to the Stone Keeper. And we'll see him in this movie, I believe. And will be traded for Gamora's life. And Gamora will come back. I just couldn't see Gamora staying dead, to be honest. I don't think they'll be able to bring her back with the Infinity Gauntlet, but I think trading the stone back for Gamora will work, because the Stone Keeper says a soul for a soul. So trade the Soul Stone back, get Gamora back, is how I believe that's going to work. And then I think Tony Stark at the end of this movie will retire from Iron Man as we know it, and will play a more cameo role, kind of like Nick Fury. You know, he'll show up every once in a while in a movie, bringing new tech or something like that. But other than that, it's actually turned into a pretty long video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I will be posting on Friday what I thought of Avengers Endgame, hands down. So I hope you all really enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe down below for more great content. A couple of my videos right here. And have a great day. See you here next time on Heroes and ETC.